Welcome everybody to Sim Race TV. Tonight we're coming to you live from Texas Motor Speedway for the International Asphalt Association. Presented by Xcaliber Racing Engines, XRE, the iRacing iFlag Truck Series here tonight, and it's chase time. Chase race number 1 here starting at Texas Motor Speedway, so it's going to be interesting. And we got started a little bit early tonight. See, we had some people out there was ready to kick this thing off. So here we are tonight, coming in about 15 minutes left in practice. Then we're gonna go 5 minutes of qualifying. And if it's your first time around, the regular season has ended and we have crowned a champion for that. The regular season points champion is Dustin German. He takes home the $15 prize for that. The number 6 machine. And he locks himself in. He is one of the chase drivers there. Locked into the chase. And we do have 8 chase drivers. And if a chase driver wins this race here tonight, they will receive $10. So if a chase driver wins a chase race, they do receive $10. So good luck to all the chase drivers out there. Kyle Edgar right there, one of those chase drivers that we're talking about right now. The number 47 machine out there running some practice laps. And all the trucks that you see with the green on it, the iRacing iFlag across the windshield with the green spoiler and the green front ground effect, the splitter they call it, are chase drivers. Don't let that confuse you with some of the other green trucks that are out there tonight. But hey, I tell you what, we'll take a look at some of the chase drivers, or at the chase drivers that made it into the chase. Kyle Edgar is going to come in with 3 wins. That's going to put him on top of the standings for the chase drivers. And that 47 truck, he's got a 2-point lead over Scott Crump, Dustin German, and Ethan Stuckwisch. Scott Crump, Dustin German, Ethan Stuckwisch both, or they all have 1 win, I believe. So Kyle Edgar got the most wins during the regular season, which is why he is the points leader. Randy Brashear, Sean Freeman, Ryan Kendrick, and Richard Swavely, they're only 3 points out here coming into tonight. So there's your chase drivers. We'll take a look at that a little bit later on too. But first, let's take a lap around here with the driver of the 47 machine, Kyle Edgar. Find out how Kyle Edgar gets around Texas Motor Speedway, one of the fast tracks here on iRacing.com. Oh, he had to get out of the throttle there. So also, speaking of that, you see he's having a little bit of trouble there on the track. Let's take a look at the weather here tonight at Texas. The wind's coming out of the east at 11 miles per hour. Air is 65. Tracks up to 95. Earlier in practice, it was only 81 degrees. It jumped up to 91 rather quickly in about 5 minutes there. The sun came out from behind the clouds, heated up that track surface. And now these guys are slipping and sliding out there and not getting any of that front grip that they need, especially coming off of turn number 2. So a lot of drivers having trouble off of 2. You see one of those drivers getting into the wall there on the exit of turn number 2. Right here you got the number 2 machine of Ethan Stuckwisch, followed by Climber Time, and you see it, the number 23 machine, Randy Brashears. He's in tow with those drivers all out there running practice laps, getting ready for tonight's race, just like you should be doing. So get what you gotta get. What's up, LaJoya, or hey, Michael? Thanks for stopping by. This is gonna be a good one. We do have about 15 minutes left before this thing gets started. So you do have time to make you a drink or grab you a cold one or get you some popcorn, whatever you might want to do. Because it's chase race number 1 here tonight for the International Asphalt Association. Yeah, wasn't sure who it was. You know, LaJoya David Palmer. Tonight we're live on YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch TV. So however you're watching, we appreciate your support. I'm Jay Weezy up in the SRTV Network booth. And if you got a driver that you're a fan of, when we get this thing started, let me know who it is and what you want to ask them, and we'll try to get them up here in the booth and ask them those crucial questions. Get some of that information out of them as you would like to know how these trucks are driving. Hey, we got time to do it now, so let me know. We'll try to find them on the radio. Oh, she watches racing. Come on now. I know better than that. She's loyal. Let's take a look at the top 10 right now. Looks like Kyle Edgar, the fastest one out there, the 47 truck. Blake Mosley in second. Dustin Heath, William Kruska, Richard Swaverly, Sean Freeman, Randy Brashears, Corey Stansel, Taylor Cole, and Jarrett Galloway. And I'm looking through the list of these drivers. And we got some new names out there tonight. So we got some new drivers that showed up here at Texas. Try to steal away the win from one of these guys. Hey, $10 is out there. So, hey, one of those 8 drivers can win this race. They'll take home $10 like Dustin German did. Dustin won the regular season points. Came home the regular season points champion. He pocketed $15 for that. And, hey, the top 4 in the chase will receive prizes, cash and prizes, whatever. First place will receive $40 on iRacing iFlag from iRacingIFlag.com. This is the iRacing iFlag Truck Series. So check out iRacing iFlag. All the information you need is in the description of the video if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Second place will receive $20 cash money. Third will be getting $15, and fourth will receive $10. But that's at the end of the season, so we'll see how that goes. Scott Crump headed out on the racetrack. The number 11 machine currently sitting second in the points. Just scored above Dustin German there because of his top 5s, I believe. But we'll go back over that here in just a few minutes. Let's talk to one of these drivers and get an idea of what it's like to be out on the racetrack. Let's see if we can pull up. Who you want to talk to? Come on, let's see. Let's talk to one of the chase drivers. How about that? Let's see if we can talk to Kyle Edgar. He's coming into tonight leading the points as the points leader, whatever you want to call it. Kyle Edgar, Jay Weezy, and SRTV booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going, Jay Weezy?
Hey, man, it's going good. Coming into this one, just 2 points ahead of these other drivers and 3 points ahead of a couple other. What's it like out there in Texas, man? How's the truck feel tonight?
So far it's slick. The track slowed down quite a bit from earlier on, but you know, we're sitting P1 right now and first race of the chase, so you know, back-to-back wins. I got some confidence going into this one, and I guess we'll just see how it plays out. But I mean, 70 laps is a long time, and getting in and off pit road here is gonna be key. So I have a feeling we're gonna go green flag for a while, and we're gonna have to make some green flag stops. So that's what I've been practicing here a little bit in practice.
Absolutely, yeah, gonna be tough getting on pit road. You got a fast machine, threw down a 29.686, and also if you park that thing in Victory Lane, you'll be able to pocket $10 here tonight, man. So good luck out there, and we appreciate you coming up here and giving us that information.
10-4, guys. Enjoy the stream.
The 47 machine of Kyle Edgar coming out first in the points, and we're gonna take a look one more time here, as I said I would. The regular season points champion Dustin German pocketed $15. So congratulations to Dustin German on his regular season points championship. But we're on to the chase now. So let's take a look at the chase drivers here tonight. Kyle Edgar, we just talked to him. Got a 2-point lead over everyone else because of those 3 wins that he's got. Scott Crump, Dustin German, and Ethan Stuckwisch all 2 points behind him. Randy Brashear, Sean Freeman, Ryan Kendrick, and Richard Swaverly rounds out the chase drivers. And those 4 drivers are only 3 points behind our leader, Kyle Edgar. 5 minutes left here in practice, then we're going to move on to qualifying. So don't go nowhere. And if there's a driver you're out there rooting for, like I said, hey, we got a few minutes. Let me know who it is, what you want to ask them. We'll try to get a hold of them on the radio. We got a bunch of drivers out there on the track. The number 2 machine of Ethan Stuckwisch out there running some laps. He got a win at Volusia, or well, in the dirt series, when they took these trucks down to the dirt track. Ethan Stuckwisch pulled off the win. That was at Eldora. I'm sorry, at Eldora. He got the win at Eldora. Pretty much locked himself in with that win as well. And also puts himself 3rd in the points with that, or actual 4th in the points with that win. So watch out, the number 2. And he does have the green on his machine out there. So good way to keep track of these drivers. You know it's a chase driver if you see a green spoiler and a green front splitter on these trucks. Ryan Kendrick headed out on the racetrack right now. The number 55 machine, one of the fast drivers over here for the IAA, the International Asphalt Association's iRacing iFlag Truck Series. Headed out to turn some laps. And I tell you what, I'd like to take another lap around. So let's jump in with Ryan Kendrick. Trouble on the racetrack on the backstretch as Ryan Kendrick comes across the start-finish line. Fastest lap right now is a 30.220, and you see even Ryan Kendrick having some trouble out there coming off of turn number 2. It gets really tight with a hot racing surface like it is right now. Those tires just don't want to dig down into that asphalt and give these trucks any grip. So a lot of lifting, a lot of patience going to have to be shown out there on the racetrack by all these drivers to keep from getting into each other. The most troublesome part will be coming off of turn number 2 on the inside of somebody. So I'm assuming the outside will be the place to be when you're coming off of turn number 2. Richard Swaverly, ask him if he's dropping the hammer. All right, hey, I'm with that. I'd love to talk to Richard Swaverly. So let's get a word in with him. Let's see if we can find him on the radio. He's out on the racetrack right now, and he is locked into the chase as well. So, Richard Swaverly, it's Jay Weezy. You got a copy?
I got you, buddy.
Hey, man, looking good out there tonight. Hey, locked into the chase, man. What's your chances here at Texas Motor Speedway? And, hey, man, if you get the win, it's going to be $10 in your pocket. And also, you got some fans out there. How's your truck tonight?
It's not too bad. I was at the top of the practice board until a cloud came over the track when I was on old tires, but you'll get that in these afternoon races.
Yeah, the sun peeping in and out. Right now it's been out for a while. Track temperature up to around 90. Let's take a look. 93 degrees right now. Coming into the race, it was 81, and it hopped up to a 91. Now it's up to 93. So track's changing out there. Robert Harley said, Richard, are you going to drop the hammer tonight?
I'm going to drop the hammer for sure. By the way, I'm racing for my mom. She's currently in the ICU at the moment down in Pensacola, Florida, so my thoughts are with.
Hey, man, big shout out to her. Hopefully everything works out, man. Everything gets better for her. Hey, good luck out there, Richard, and thanks for coming up here and talking to me.
Thank you, buddy.
The 38 machine, Richard Swavely, said, yep, he's dropping the hammer. That's what he said. Yeah, he was fastest in practice before the clouds just parted and the sun hit that racing surface and warmed up that track. It's making it harder for these drivers to get around Texas. Really, really slick surface. A lot of rubber being put down here in practice, and actually practice has just wrapped up. So you know what time it is. Let's move on to qualifying to see who can put it on the pole here tonight for chase race number 1 for the International Asphalt Association's iRacing iFlag Truck Series presented by Xcaliber Racing Engines. Race number 8, by the way. 5-race chase coming up here in the next few weeks. We're going to crown a champion. We're watching Richard Swavely right now, so let's cut this out. Richard Swavely driving for his mom out there in the ICU in Pensacola, Florida. Hopefully he can put it on the pole for her. Hopefully everything works out. Get well soon. And our thoughts are with you there, Miss Swavely. So we're all thinking about you. Coming off of turn number 2, looking good right here. Right along the bottom in turns number 3 and 4. As he comes across that start-finish line, fastest lap is 30.056. That's good enough for second. He's outside pole for now. Richard Swavely throws down a whopper, and it ain't from Burger King. Check this out. Top 10 is going to be posted on the left side of your screen. Keep an eye on that. Also, the top 3 will be up at the top of your screen. Truck numbers with names underneath. And if you're looking for another driver that might be a little bit further back in the field, just keep an eye on the scrolling ticker at the top of your screen. And we're going to keep you updated with who's on the pole. Right now, Richard Swavely just takes it from Blake Mosley with a 29.898, the fastest lap on the racetrack right now. Blake Mosley drops to second. Kyle Edgar in third. Randy Brashears in fourth right here in the 23 machine with a 30.068. Puts him up on the outside of that second row. And we also have Dustin Heath out there wrapping up his qualifying run. Threw down a 30.096. William Kruska right here in the number 05 machine. Threw down a 30.069 for his fastest time. He's only 1,000th away from Randy Brashears. Randy threw down a 68. He threw down a 69. So awful close times if you look. Blake Mosley with a 30.011. Kyle Edgar with a, William Kruska's second lap puts him up to second right behind Richard Swavely. So it looks like the second lap is working out for these guys. Usually the first lap is the fastest, but hey. As usual, rooting for Ethan Stuckwisch. Well, thank you, Racing Kid, over on YouTube. We appreciate you for joining us here for this race tonight at Texas. We're watching the top of the charts. William Kruska in second. Richard still holding. Oh, Scott Crump just knocks William Kruska down to third. The number 11 machine takes over the number 2 position with a 29.923, only 25 hundredths or 25 thousandths off of Richard Swavely. New pole sitter Jerry Galloway comes through with a whopping 29.894 and just 4 thousandths away from Richard Swavely's time, but 4 thousandths to the good, that is. So pretty fast little lap time, about a 46 machine. Still waiting on a few drivers. On the racetrack right now, the number 6 machine, Dustin German, sitting third on the chase. Only 2 points behind Kyle Edgar, as he is tied with Scott Crump for that second. And actually, Ethan Stuckwisch and Scott Crump, all three of those drivers. First lap's going to be a 30.224 for German, the regular season points champion right here. Rocking the SRTV Network logo on the front and on the sides of that Chevrolet Silverado. As he comes off of turn number 4 for the final time. Last chance to take the top of the leaderboard. Dustin German is going to throw down a 29.783, and that's going to do it. That's fast enough to put him on the pole in the number 6 machine. So congratulations to Dustin for now. Qualifying is wrapping up. That's going to put Dustin German on the front row, and it's going to give him the opportunity to send him down into turn number 1 and keep him out in front of any trouble that may happen behind him. Best place to be is first. You know what they say, if you ain't first, you're last. And second is just the first loser. But hey, you know, keep racing. It's not over till it's over, that's for sure. All right, we're going to take you through our starting grid here tonight for race number 8. Chase race number 1 at Texas Motor Speedway. Dustin German sitting on the pole of this one. And the number 6 machine alongside him is going to be the 46 of Jared Galloway. I'm sorry, let me see here. Where was we at? The 46? Sorry about that. Second row, the number 38 machine starting on the inside. Richard Swavely on his outside is going to be the number 11 of Scott Crump. Third row inside is going to be the 05 machine. Who is in that? William Kruska starting inside, and alongside him is going to be the 123 of Blake Mosley. Fourth row inside is going to go to the 47 machine of Kyle Edgar, your current points leader here in the chase. On his outside, the number 23 machine of Randy Brashears. Right behind them in row number 5 is going to be the 96 machine of Dustin Heath. On the outside of Dustin Heath, we're going to have the 55 machine of Ryan Kendrick. The 6th row is going to be the number 8 machine of Noah Samples. Starting on the inside, and on the outside of Noah, we got the 66 machine of Taylor Cole. Right behind them is going to be the 119 Corey Stansel. Alongside Corey Stansel's the 013 of Justin Brin. And following them on the inside, the 87 of Sean Freeman. On the outside of Sean Freeman is going to be the 118 of Brandon Florence. On the inside of that next row, looks like the 95 machine sitting there looking good. Let's see who the 95 is. Tim Keith in the 95 machine. Looks like the 015 is going to be right behind them. Dave Hunt. On the outside of Dave Hunt, it's going to be the number 10 of Craig Bristol. We also have the 63 of Chris Navwernick. Alongside him is going to be the number 2 of Ethan Stuckwisch, starting 20th. Oh, man, he's starting way back there, ain't he? And last but not least, I believe we got the 420 machine of David Clymer. But here we go, getting set to go green here at Texas Motor Speedway. Dustin German puts the hammer down and leaves the rest behind him. Jared Galloway holding on to that number 2 spot right now. Scott Crump looking to the inside. Crump, Galloway side by side as they dive down into turn number 3. The 38 machine of Swaverly, he's right in their footsteps along with Blake Mosley there. The 123 machine, William Kruska and Randy Brashears, along with Kyle Edgar, Ryan Kendrick, and Dustin Heath rounds out the top 5. Racing Kid, he's starting way in the back here, buddy. We'll see what happens. Probably not a bad idea. I do it all the time. We see Swaverly move up the racetrack there. A lot higher line than any of these other trucks. Here's Blake Mosley weaves his way through traffic and right up to the back bumper of that 46 of Galloway. Right behind him is William Kruska. William making it happen there in the 05 machine and starting to see trouble off of turn 2 here already. The 46 of Galloway loses a little bit of speed and Blake Mosley going to take over that spot there as he drives right on by there on the bottom, and the caution is out for the first time here tonight. Craig Bristol might have got caught up in that one. Let's take a look on the replay and let's see what happened here. If I had to guess, it would be trouble in turn number 2. Greg Bristol off of turn number 2, hard into the outside wall and the inside wall. Luckily for all these other drivers, nobody got collected up in that mess, and Hollywood Charles Silva's just going to slide on through there. No trouble, no harm, no foul for him. And our leader, Dustin German, he's led all the laps here tonight as he gets up to the back of the pace car here after caution number 1. You think these guys are going to come down pit road? I would say, yeah. Pretty sure they will. Out there for, you know, 2 or 3 laps. Maybe not. Sean Freeman is Jay Weezy. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
I see you opted to stay out there only after a couple laps. Part of your strategy there, or are you just trying to gain some bonus points?
A little bit of both. I only got 5 laps on the tires. Don't feel like that was too much on them. Maybe a couple extra bonus points wouldn't hurt me. I'm not incredibly fast, so maybe might work out for me in the end.
Yeah, probably not a bad call either. You know, get yourself out front, away from all that madness behind you, man. Hey, good luck out there. At least you got those crucial bonus points. You know, every point counts.
Yes, they do. I learned that the hard way.
All right, good luck, Sean.
Thank you.
He said, I learned that the hard way. Yeah, barely got into the chase, but did lock himself in. So great job this season by Sean Freeman in the 87. Also, the 013 of Justin Brin stayed out along with Corey Stansel and the 119 machine. So the top 3 drivers, they got about 3 laps on their tires. And I believe Dustin German drops back right behind there. So he was the first one off of pit road there. And the 2 tire stoppers is Kyle Edgar, currently sitting in 6th, and Ryan Kendrick in the 55 machine in 7th. Those 2 are going to be starting right around each other with 2 tires. And, you know, tires is pretty crucial here at Texas, a very high-speed track. But, hey, it was only a couple laps, so they should be fine. What's up, Chicken James, the man out there watching on Facebook? Steve Baker, thank you, buddy. Appreciate the support from you guys. This is awesome. These guys are getting ready to put on a show at Texas Motor Speedway for the iRacing iFlag Truck Series. We got 8 chase drivers out there tonight looking to get a win. Any of those 8 drivers come home in victory lane at Texas, they will pocket $10 for winning the race. And we got a lot of chase drivers up front. I see 3, 4, 5 of them right there. You can tell by the green spoiler and the green splitter on the truck. All right, green flag about to set. It's going to be on Sean Freeman. We just talked to him. Scott Crump thought about closing the door on Kyle Edgar. Kyle Edgar with, oh, contact. They wash up the racetrack right in front of Dustin German. These drivers are hanging on to it right now. These 2 still side by side. The caution does come out a little bit further back. So we will go back under caution here for caution number 2 tonight. So let's see what happened. Oh, Corey Stansel and Kyle Edgar get together. Corey Stansel through the infield. He does make it back up on the racetrack. I don't believe that's what the caution was for, so we're still looking to see what the caution is for. I don't quite see it, so let's see if we can find it for you guys. Hang on. That's all I can come up with right here is this. Oh. They do have 1 fast repair. 50% fuel. I guess that's why we're under caution. I'm not quite sure. Let's see if we can find out. Let's get a talk in with another driver. Let's try to see if we can get. Let's see if we can get Blake Mosley on there, the number 123. Yeah. Blake Mosley is Jay Weezy. You got a copy?
I do.
Hey, man, not quite sure what that caution was for. Was it Corey going through the infield there?
iRacing through that one. I'm not 100% sure. It probably was. I seen him get loose coming off at 4, so I would assume he might have barely been hanging on the track and somebody passed by and just triggered a yellow, but we didn't throw that one. That was iRacing.
Hey, well, you got a fast truck. We seen you coming up through there on that first run. You gained a few spots fairly quickly there, but now you got a few drivers out in front of you with some older tires, and a couple took 2. What's your strategy here going green?
Try not to spin the tires. That last little run, I kind of burn them up a little bit, so I tried to save them a little more, but to keep up with these guys, you got to burn them up. So I want to try to save some tires and hope for a long green flag run because I'm pretty quick in the long run. It's just these short runs that are killing me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Also, looks like turn number 2 giving some guys some trouble out there. Is it tough getting off of corner 2?
It's not really tough. It's just guys, they not leaving a whole lot of room. And I about hit Jarrett back there, but I backed out of it quick enough. It's just it comes up so fast off of turn 2. It's hard not to hit the wall.
Yes, looks like you're fighting a really tight condition out there. Well, lights are off on the pace car, man. Good luck out there.
Yep, thank you.
That was Blake Mosley in the 123 machine. Before we go back green, let's take a look at the weather. The track has cooled down quite a bit. It was 93 degrees in qualifying, I believe. Was it qualifying? Or right at the end of practice. Now it's done cooled down to 75, 76 it's up to now. So should be a little bit of grip out there for these drivers as they get set to go green. This will be the 3rd green flag of the night. And it's going to be on our race leader up here. The 87 machine still out front. Sean Freeman leading these drivers around. Sean Freeman can go whenever he is ready, as long as the pace car is off of the racetrack and he clears that racing surface. The green flag is on the leader. Here we go. Green flag out for the 3rd time tonight. Top 10 side by side off of turn number 2. We got a battle there. Side by side for second is Kyle Edgar alongside the 013 of Justin Bryn. And I see you, Drew. I hear you, Corey, having a little bit of trouble early on, but he does have a decent truck still, and he does have a quick repair, so his race is not over. Corey Stansel has a fast truck tonight, so I look for him to come back towards the front. We got trouble in the back, and as we speak of it, I believe Corey Stansel might have got caught up in that one. I believe he also has his fast repair still. So let's take a look at the replay and find out what happened a little bit further back. These drivers all running in a pack, and I believe it happened a little bit ahead of Corey Stansel. It started right there with Dustin Heath. Oh! Corey Stansel tries to check up. It looks like the 95 of Tim Keith got into the back of him and just kind of turned him around there. Dustin Heath has a lot of damage on his machine. Let's take a look one more time here. Oh, just couldn't check up quick enough. 95 right there. We're on board with Tim Keith. Tim does a couple 360s on the racetrack. Oh, does not hold the brake, and Corey Stansel gets into him. See, that's one thing that really fires me up. Some of these drivers, they get into a wreck out there on the racetrack and they decide not to hold the brake for some reason. I don't know why, but hey, race is racing and you need a little bit of luck. Corey Stansel, let's keep an eye on this driver here. The 119 got sent to the back. Now he's coming down pit road after getting caught up in that one. And he's going to come in. Let's see if this truck goes to brand new, and it does. So Corey Stansel is going to be back in it with a brand new race truck. So don't count out the 119 machine. Kyle Edgar, being scored as your race leader, opted not to come down pit road, along with Dustin German, Blake Mosley, William Kruska, and we also have Ryan Kendrick out there somewhere. Ryan Kendrick has about 7 laps fresher tires than all the trucks in front of him. So the 55 machine looks like he might benefit from this caution more than anybody, being up front with some newer tires. Not sure why these other drivers opted to stay out. I believe they might have said, hey, there's too much trouble going on in the back. I'm not going back there with all that madness. And also, Kyle Edgar has not ever changed his left side tires. So Kyle Edgar's still on his initial set of left side tires out there. But he's leading this one, scoring some crucial bonus points And I would usually I don't like to talk to drivers once they get into an accident because, you know, tempers get to flaring and all that good stuff, and I just don't want all that, you know. Can't pull somebody up after they get in a wreck, but I would love to talk to Corey Stansel here. Hopefully he'll put that truck back up front here in the top 5 later on, and we can get an interview in with him and ask him about what he thought about all that madness. But I guarantee you that not only did Puppy, but I know what he was thinking too when he went through the infield there. Lights are off on the pace car. These drivers are doubling up here, double file down the backstretch, and we're getting set to go green for the 4th time tonight. And this one might be the long run that Kyle Edgar was talking about when we talked to him on the radio. Kyle Edgar said, hey, this thing has potential to go green. Was out there practicing his green flag pit stops during practice. So once these drivers get calmed down, we're going to find out what they got. Dustin German is going to be starting outside pole. Second row is going to be Blake Mosley and the 0-5 of William Kruska. Green flag is back out at Texas one more time. More trouble in the back. I believe Carl Young got caught up in that, the number 91 machine, so that will bring the caution out. And if this keeps happening, you know, these drivers gonna have to calm down or they won't have a truck to be there at the end. Let's see what happened on the restart. We're watching Carl Young here, the 91. Oh, he blows the engine going down into turn number 1. Causes big trouble. Let's ride along here with Carl Young as he misses a gear and the engine just kapow. Oh, hold the brake, hold the brake. Yeah, you heard it right there, the engine. Oh, man. That is so hard to watch. The 63 machine caught up Chris Nabwernick. Dustin Heath weasels his way through there. And I believe Charles Silvis got caught up in that. In the 28 machine, Hollywood finds his truck down on the pit road. Hopefully he has a fast repair left and he gets back out on the racetrack. Right now our leader is going to be the 6 machine of Dustin German as we go under caution for the 4th time here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. And it's been a rough early start on this one, but we still have a long way to go. 49 laps left here. Dustin German leading this one. Hey, let's get a talk in with him. Find out what's his strategy here. I know that he probably doesn't want to go anywhere towards the back where all that madness is happening. Dustin German, is Jay Weezy got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Jay?
Hey, man, it looks like you opted to stay out on this one, just not willing to lose track position, or your tire's pretty good?
Yeah, last one looked like everybody pitted. I only had a few laps on my tires and did a little fakeroo there. That guy went pretty far back, but yeah, I don't think we got enough laps on the tires to really matter at this point. And the way the race has been going with all the cautions, you know, I don't see it changing much, so.
Oh, yeah, and being out front, man, is a place to be. Get to start these guys off down in the turn number 1 and keep that truck clean up there with that clean air. Yeah, Kyle Edgar looks like he had a few more laps than you did on his tires, so he did opt to come down pit road. So that's going to put him back, it looks like, in 14th position. So be watching out for him to come back up through, man. Hey, good luck, Dustin.
Yeah, thanks, man.
The number 6 machine out there leading some laps under caution. Lights are going to go off on the pace car. Next time by, we're going to go green again here Caution number 4 right now. All right, the lights are off on the pace car once again. And on the front row is going to be Dustin German and Blake Mosley, followed by William Kruska on the inside of Sean Freeman in that second row. Third row is going to be Ryan Kendrick and Scott Crump. Fourth row is going to be Richard Swaverly and Randy Brashears. Fifth row goes to Dave Hunt and Justin Brin. It's your top 10. Dustin German getting set to throw the hammer down as we go back green at Texas lap number 24 when he crosses the start finish line this time by. So about sorry about that. Green flags out. Dustin German throws the hammer down. Watching this battle between Randy Brashears and Sean Freeman. Randy gets by on the inside. Here comes Richard Swaverly as he moves in while the door's open on the 87. Sean Freeman drops back another position. That's going to put him in 8th. Up front, our leader, Dustin German, starting to pull away from William. William battling with Blake Mosley there. Mosley to the inside as they come across that start-finish line. William with an edge over Blake. Still side by side as they come off of turn number 2. It's a drag race down the backstretch. Scott Crump looking to stick his nose in the mix. About to be a 3-wide battle for the number 2 spot as Ryan Kendrick is following right in their foot tracks. Blake Mosley pushes up the track just a little bit, has to get out of it. That allows that 0.5 of Kruska to get away from Blake Mosley. Now Mosley's got his hands full of Scott Crump in that number 11. Mosley down on the bottom. Oh, Crump scrapes the outside wall along with another driver there a little bit further back. I believe it might have been Richard Swaverly in the 38. As he has got a side-by-side battle right behind him is Kyle Edgar on the bottom, the 0.15 of Dave Hunt as they go for the number 11 spot or 10 spot. This battle here for 10th between these two is heating up, still side by side in front of them, all single file, 1 through 9. Edgar came down pit road, gave up that track position, now trying to work his way back up through the field. He is working it, getting by Richard Swaverly there in the 38. And next on his list going to be Justin Brand in that 013. Oh, Swaverly in the wall one more time, having trouble off of turn number 2. The 38 machine just cannot keep it off of the outside wall, fighting those tight conditions. As you see the 8 save it there. Noah Samples with a great save after a little bit of contact between him and I'm not sure who it was. Let's take a look on the replay while we're green. We'll go back and take a look at that one more time here. Looks like the 46 of Jared Galloway and the 66 just slides right on by. A little bit of contact with Jared Galloway, the 66. Looks like Taylor Cole. All those drivers gonna hang on to it. Climber Time just gonna throw the peace sign out the window as he just cruises on by. Back up front, Dustin German opened up his lead to a 1.1 seconds over Scott Crump in second. Blake Mosley running third in the 123. Starting to see some space between these drivers. This might be the point that Kyle Edgar was talking about, the race going green, approaching halfway here in another lap or two. About 37 laps to go here in Texas for the race, the number 8 race of the season, the Chase race number 1. Right now, if it finishes like they're running right now, Dustin German is a chase driver. He will be able to take home $10 for the win and take over the points lead from Kyle Edgar. Kyle Edgar back in 6th position, so it would only be by a couple points, but Dustin German would take over the points lead. Scott Crump, he is tied with Dustin German right now for the number 2 spot. Him and Ethan Stuckwisch, those 3 drivers all only 2 points behind Kyle Edgar. Right on board the 6th, the leader, Dustin German. And you can see the distance between him and our 2nd place truck, Scott Crump, the number 11 machine. So we have a driver coming off of pit road, Blake Mosley. He's leaving the pits. Right now, the 123 machine currently being scored 1 lap down along with Jarrett Galloway and Dustin Heath. They all on the tail end of the lead lap as the leaders just go around them. The 11 of Scott Crump, he's got a win this season. Very fast driver. Scott Crump won at Atlanta, which is a 1.5 miles, similar to Texas Motor Speedway, but not quite the same. Still pretty good chance here for Scott Crump to take home the win, but I know Dustin German loves Texas Motor Speedway. And right now he's loving being out front leading this one as we're 38, almost 39 laps into this. Let's take a look at some other battles going on the racetrack right now. We got the 013 of Justin Bryn. He's out there, currently scored in the number 7 spot. The 013 machine. Right behind him, the 015 of Dave Hunt. Dave Hunt running the Chevrolet Silverado. Right behind him, David Clymer started 25th, currently running 8th. The 420. So he's found his way up into the top 10, and right behind him we got the 8 machine of Noah Samples, started 11th, currently in 9th, as Blake Mosley comes back by him with them new tires after coming off of pit road, trying to get his lap back. Looks like Blake's a lot faster than these other trucks right now with those new tires. Not going to give him any trouble. Going to move up out of the way and let Blake Mosley by. Won't be long and we will see pit stops. And right now our race leader opted to come down pit road. Dustin German has made his way onto pit road and he is back out on the racetrack. Currently scored 1 lap down along with Blake Mosley. Currently running 12th. Scott Crump, our race leader, out there scoring some, getting him some laps led. That's going to be his 4th lap led here at Texas. And I'm not sure when he's going to come in, but we're going to keep an eye on Scott Crump in this 11. I'm sure it won't be too long. Been out there for 26 laps. It'll be 27 when he crosses the line this time. The low-line racing machine, Toyota Tundra, that is. If I was him, I wouldn't stay out too long, being that Dustin German has already came in a few laps ago and is back out on the racetrack. Right now, Scott Crump, his last lap was a 31.44. That time by, he ran a 31.55. Dustin German, he ran a 30.84. So about 7-8 tenths faster with those newer tires. So he's not losing a whole lot of time, but he is losing almost a second to these other drivers that have already made their way on the pit road. And obviously they might know something that Scott doesn't know, or vice versa. Maybe Scott knows something that they don't know. Scott Crump staying out still. This time he opts not to come down pit row along with Randy Brashears. Randy out there scoring him some laps still, logging him some laps in. Justin Bryn, he hasn't been down pit road yet either, and I believe the caution's out. Oh no, the caution comes out while Noah Samples is on pit road. Well, let's find out why the caution's out. Well, I'm having trouble finding out why we're under caution here, so maybe we can get a word in from race control. Let's pull up race control and see what we're under caution for here. Blake Mosley, Shay Weezy, you got me?
I do.
Having trouble finding out why we're under caution? Can you enlighten us?
I'm pretty sure it's probably from me. I was already down there, and to keep myself from getting black flag, I was going to try to blend back into the track, and it, I guess, figured out I was a caution. I never got black flag.
Just slow on the racetrack, and okay, I got you.
I guess is what it threw it for. I'm taking the blame for caution anyways. I was the one that spun off 4. I took 2 tires on that last stop. It worked for a little while.
Yeah, just too loose. Couldn't keep it underneath you.
Yeah, well, he got to my back bumper there. He never touched me, but I think he pushed a little bit of air into me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Could have been. We're taking a look at it right now. Awful slideways there. Managed not to hit nothing. Ended up in the grass. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that might be why we're under caution, man. But luckily you didn't hit anything. So, appreciate you for helping us out with that. We were trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I made sure not to take Dustin with me. I knew I was going to be coming back up the track, so I tried to hold it best I could on the bottom. I didn't hit anything, so that's a good thing.
Absolutely, man. All right. Well, good luck. Yeah, watching him right now, it was a great save there by Blake Mosley as he slides through the infield and comes to a stop, and pretty sure that is a... Well, he didn't go on the pit road, so he didn't get the black flag for that, luckily. We'll go back live where all these drivers have already came down pit road, and that's going to hurt for a few drivers that did make their green flag pit stops. And Scott Crump with a great call, staying out. That's going to give him the lead. These other trucks you see in front of him just waiting to get the wave around as they are 1 lap down behind the pace car. Well, let's see if we can talk to the driver of the number 11, Scott Crump. If I can find him on the radio, I definitely will. Scott Crump, it's Jay Weezy. You got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4.
Hey, man, pretty good call. I was kind of worried there for a minute, wondering how long you were going to stay out, but it worked out in your favor.
Yeah, I was coming that. I knew a few miles would be close right there, so I'd go as far as I could.
Oh, absolutely, man. Well, you know, being able to start out front under the green flag when it comes back out, it's going to get you in that clean air, man. Couldn't have been a better spot for you. Good call out there, and good luck.
All right, thank you. It's a fast truck we got right here.
Absolutely. Super fast truck, man. Yeah, keep it out of trouble.
All right.
Scott Crump having a little bit of trouble on the radio, but he said he's got a really fast truck. That's what he said. We already knew that. He's definitely got a fast truck. But great call by Scott Crump staying out. Could have went the other way, though. If the caution wouldn't have came out, he could have been found maybe a few seconds behind Dustin German. So Dustin German, he's going to have to work his way up through the field right now. He's scored right there in that number 6 spot, and I'm glad you said that, Drew. I was just thinking about that. Currently in 15th right here is the 119 of Corey Stansel. Corey on the lead lap, I believe. All right, green flag is out. Scott Crump puts the pedal to the metal. Randy Brashears right there behind him. Here comes the 013 of Justin Brin. Justin with a great restart as well, but Scott Crump nails that one. And he's able to open up a little bit of a lead over that 23 machine of Randy Brashears. They head off into turn number 3. Crump, Brashears, German, Brin, and Hunt, your top 5 right here. German with a great move on that restart. He's going to go from 6th to 3rd there in about 2 laps. German trying to run down Scott Crump and retake the lead after giving it up, coming in to the pits there a little bit early. I do believe it was a good call on his part to come down pit road there early when he did. But unfortunately for him, the caution did come out, and that allowed Scott Crump to pit under green. But Dustin German raced his way back onto the lead lap and was able to pit with all these other drivers. Now he's battling with Randy Brashears, pulling up to the back bumper of that 23. Randy's doing everything he can to hold off that number 6 machine of Dustin German. Doing a great job as we speak. Corey Stansel. Comes down pit road. That's what I thought. Corey Stansel moves on to pit road there. Not sure why he's coming in. Green flag is still out, and we're going to continue watching this battle for the number 2 spot between Randy Brashears and Dustin German. Both of these drivers in the chase, as well as Scott Crump. So our top 3 drivers are chase contenders. Kyle Edgar almost had some trouble there. Oh, he does tap the outside wall there. And we got a side-by-side battle. I knew this was coming. Dustin German powers by Randy Brashears on the inside. And he is almost got him clear as they head off into turn number 1. German gonna dive in on the bottom. Randy is clear, able to go down to the bottom. He's going to tuck in behind Dustin German. Dustin German has about 13 laps to run down our leader, Scott Crump, in the number 11. Scott Crump about 5/10 of a second out in front of our second place machine. Looking at the leaderboard here, looks like Dustin German a little bit faster than Scott Crump, about 1.5 of a second that time. And he has closed that gap from 5/10 of a second to 3/10 of a second as he gets ever so close here to the back of that number 11. This might be a battle for the win here between German and Crump. Both of these drivers have seen victory lane this season. Both of them are in the chase. I know German doesn't have the green spoiler on the back or the green on the front there down by the splitter, but he is in the chase here, and Scott Crump sees him right in his mirror. You gotta wonder what's going through Scott Crump's head right now as Dustin German pulls right up to the back end of that truck. Crump closes the door off of turn number 2 on German. German has to fall in line, but still all over the back of that number 11. Toyota leading this one. Chevrolet trying to steal it from him. German didn't give him a chance. He pulls to the inside, coming off of turn number 2. and he's going to take the lead from Scott Crump as he drives to the inside. He's cleared that 11, coming off of turn number 4, and will retake the lead. It's going to be 8 laps to go. New leader, Dustin German, back out front. It looks like German's got a better run running through turns 1 and 2. That's where he's picking up most of his speed. Crump and German about even in turns 3 and 4. Just the number 6 has got a better run through turns number 1 and 2, especially coming off of turn number 2. You see they go in a little bit differently, but can Scott Crump get back to the bumper of Dustin German and retake the lead? We might have a side-by-side photo finish on this one, because two very fast drivers out front here, all over each other, and only 6 laps to go when he crosses the line this time by. If the caution comes out with 5 laps or less, this thing is over. So Dustin German wouldn't mind seeing a caution here after another lap or 2. The way it looks right now, Dustin German's starting to spread out a little bit there, opening up a gap between him and Scott Crump. It's about 0.3 of a second right now, and looking at the board, Dustin German ran a 30.819 and Scott Crump ran a 30.941, so a little over a 1/10 faster last lap, and this time it was 0.4 faster. So Dustin German is on a rail right now as he increases his lead over Scott Crump. 5 to go. We got a battle heating up right here between the 66 machine and the 420 machine. David Clymer looks like the 66 is not on the lead lap, so this isn't for position, but that 015 of Dave Hunt right now running in 6th. The 420 machine of David Clymer had been laying low all race, hanging out in the back, and now look at him up in the top 5 here, coming to 3 to go. This right here, he probably won't try to put up much of a fight here with that 66. Being it's not for position, so Clymer might just let the 66 of Taylor Cole just go on by, but not this time, he said. Maybe next time. David Clymer running strong in 5th. Justin Brin is right in front of him. He's about 2 seconds, or about 1.5 seconds ahead of David Clymer, so I'm not sure if Clymer can get to him. Looking at the lap times, Clymer is about 0.2 of a second faster than Justin Brin, but that's not going to be enough to catch him here. 2 laps to go for Dustin German. Randy Brashear is currently in 3rd. No pressure around him. He is just coasting in that number 3 spot, and he's loving it there. Another chase driver there. Scott Crump, he's dropped back a lot further than he would like. He's almost 1 second back from our leader, Dustin German, as Dustin German comes off of the turn number 4 here. The white flag waving here for Dustin German. One more time around for the 6. German wanting to get the win and take home that $10 for winning a chase race as a chase driver. Coming down the backstretch for the final time, Dustin German hits the bottom of the racetrack, coming off of turn number 4, and he can see the checkered flag waving as he is the winner here at Texas Motor Speedway. Dustin German pulls it off and brings it home. Scott Crump gonna pull it off in 2nd. Randy Brashears comes home 3rd. Justin Brin in 4th, and Dave Hunt's going to round out the top 5. And great run by those 2 drivers. I believe that's their first race of the season over here with IAA, the iRacing iFlag Truck Series presented by XRE. And they're going to finish in the top 5. So great run for those drivers. But congratulations to this man, the number 6 machine of Dustin German. He pulled it off here and parks his truck in victory lane, and he's going to pocket that $10. German's celebrating out there, doing his burnouts. While he does that, let's go through our race results here for tonight's race at Texas for race number 8, the first race of the chase here tonight. Dustin German gets the win. Scott Crump in second. Randy Brashears comes home third. Justin Brin in fourth. Dave Hunt fifth. Sixth is Ryan Kendrick. Seventh is Sean Freeman. Eighth is Kyle Edgar. Ninth is Noah Samples. 10th is David Clymer. I'm not sure how he drops 5 spots in 2 laps, but he did it. Maybe run out of fuel. I don't know. Oh, sorry. Taylor Cole's going to come home 11th. 12th is Blake Mosley. 13th is Jarrett Galloway. 14th, Richard Swavely. 15th is Dustin Heath. Corey Stansel comes home 16th. 17th is William Kruska. 18th, Charles Silvas Jr. 19th is Brandon Florence. And 20th, Ethan Stuckwisch. Not the night he wanted. That's a chase driver as well. Chris Nabwernick 21st. Carl Young going to park at 22nd. Tim Keith comes home 23rd. Craig Bristol rounds out the field. And don't go nowhere because we got driver interviews coming right up here. So hang tight. All right, here we go. First one we're going to talk to here tonight is going to be Randy Brashears. It's Jay Weezy. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, man, what a job by you tonight, man. Good finish. Coming home third after starting 8th out there tonight. Able to keep the truck clean and coming home with a top 3 as a chase driver, man. How's it feel?
Feels pretty good. That was a tough race. I know Dustin and Scott were super fast tonight. Now, the beginning of the race was a little frustrating, but once everything strung out, it turned into a pretty good race.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, man. You was able to keep it clean. Did you walk away with your fast repair?
I did.
Absolutely, man. I kind of thought you did, man. It's been a great race here for you at Texas, man, and you squeezed your way into the chase. You're going to give yourself the chance to take home this championship, man. And the way these chase, the format works out is, man, anybody's got a chance at this one, man. So keep doing what you're doing out there, just like you did tonight at Texas. You look good out there tonight, man. Anybody want to thank?
I'd like to thank my girlfriend for letting me do this, and Coast to Coast Racing, the team, Blake for putting on the league, and my sponsor, Turner Alignment. Just had a lot of fun tonight.
Hey, man, I enjoyed it, man, and I'm glad I got to talk to you, Randy. Good job tonight. Can't wait to see you next week.
Thanks a lot.
That was Randy Brashears. Started 8th, finished 3rd, didn't lead any laps, but he did a heck of a job out there tonight. But he just didn't have enough to catch up to the number 2 finisher here tonight. After starting 4th, he was able to lead 23 laps and bring it home in 2nd tonight. The driver of this truck, the number 11 machine, Scott Crump, is Jay Weezy. You got a copy?
Hey, Jay Weezy, how's it going?
Hey, man, heck of a job by you out there. I seen you throw the door closed on him there coming off of turn number 2. I was kind of hoping you'd do it again there, but looks like he just got there too quick.
Yeah, I got a little tight there and pushed up, and he was able to get underneath me. I was trying to make him go above me, if anything, but he found a couple tenths on me there, and I don't know, I just couldn't stop his run.
Yeah, you guys were out there going at it, man. You put on a great show. You gave it everything you had. I mean, there ain't a whole lot else you could have done, Scott. I mean, you put yourself in the position, and hey, man, it's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, I thought I was in very good position. I thought I had the win wrapped up, but Dustin snuck up on me and ran me down and passed.
Oh, yeah, I know Dustin pretty well. He loves this place here at Texas. He knows how to get around it, but I thought you had it too, man. Good job out there tonight. You led 23 laps, and you had a shot at this win, man, but just couldn't close the deal. Anybody want to thank?
I just thank Lowline, all my teammates and stuff, and just shout out to Dustin for good racing with.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Lowline. I'd like to do that too because they helped me a lot. You know, that little setup guide thing they got, man. I use that an awful lot, man. So big shout out to them. And I thought about that every time I see your truck. I think about that.
Oh yeah, we got our first Pro Series win the other night at Auto Club with Eric Smith.
Awesome, man. That's cool. Yeah, I watched that, man. That was a pretty good race. A little different, but you know, it was exciting to watch the finish of that one.
Yeah, I'm up on the pit box for him, helping him out, so it was really exciting.
Oh, I bet, man. Hey, man, good talking to you. Good run tonight, and can't wait to see you next week, Scott.
All right, thank you.
All right, we're going to move on to our winner tonight. Tonight, it's the number 6 machine. He started 12th. Oh, well, he dropped back to 12th. He started on the pole. He led 32 laps. He actually went a lap down, ended up getting back on the lead lap and working his way back up through the field. Dustin German, it's Jay Weezy. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
Hey, man, I was kind of worried at you. You know, at first when I seen you come down under green, you know, and Scott stayed out, I thought, oh, man, he's really doing what he's got to do to win this race. And every time Scott stayed out a lap after that, I thought, oh, man, he's really going to have this one. But then the caution came out, man. What was going through your mind?
Yeah. Thought I had made it back on the lead lap before the caution came out. I wasn't sure. Yeah, I pretty much had to pit under green there. I was out of fuel, you know, from staying out all those cautions there. But I knew if I could, get through traffic pretty cleanly, I could probably run him down. I knew it was going to be kind of tough. He kind of had a little bit of a gap on me, man, but it worked out.
Yeah, you guys were racing it out there at the end, and coming off of turn number 2, man, you had a heck of a run, and he closed the door on you. What was you thinking there? Because that second time, you just got it on in there.
Well, yeah, I kind of seen what he was going to do, like how he was going to race. You know, I can't blame him. I'd throw blocks too if that was one of my only chances. So, you know, I just kind of, had to set him up and kind of drove him down into one a little deep and kind of faked him on the bottom as it was coming out of the dog leg there and hoping he'd kind of mess his entry up, which I think he did. And I kind of backed off early and he kind of washed up in the middle and I was able to get under him out of 2.
Yeah, he said he couldn't keep it down there, man. He kind of went up, got a little tight, and just couldn't close the door on you, and you drove right under him, man. So, hey, it was awesome to watch. Great job. We know you're fast out there. Also, you're going to pocket $10, man, as a chase driver winning a chase race here, the first chase race of the season. How's that feel?
Yeah, it feels good, man. Glad to win some money, A lot of times we do this thing, we don't get anything. So I want to thank those guys out there that put up the money and Blake for starting this league, International Asphalt Association. And feels good, man. Just got informed I'm going to go into next week at a gateway with no worries. I'm into the next round, so that's always a plus.
You're doing the right thing, man. You're coming home. You won the regular season points championship. You took home $15 for that, and you got another $10 here tonight. Great job out there, Dustin. You look good. You led 32 laps, man. You parked it in victory lane. Congratulations on the win. Anybody want to thank?
Yeah, man, SRTV. I want to thank you, Jay, for taking the time out to do this thing. Like I said, Blake and all the guys in here that, put this thing on. It ain't free and costs to host everything. There's guys putting up money for, like you said, chase races, regular season champ. I want to thank all those guys and International Asphalt Association, my sponsors, which is SRTV and American Foundation for the Blind.
Hey, I couldn't have picked a better truck, man. Good job out there. And I can't wait to see you next week.
Yeah, not really looking forward to it, but we'll see what we can get.
Yeah, got a tough schedule coming up, man. But we know you got a fast truck. You know how to get around these things. So we'll see what happens.
All right, thanks, bud.
Yeah, it's good to see the SRTV Network truck sitting in victory lane. I can't lie. Very fast driver, Dustin German. Congratulations tonight on your win, and good luck moving on through the rest of the chase. Also, thanks to everybody that's out there watching, that stuck out and watched this with us. This was a good one. Come down to the last few laps. And after Scott Crump threw a block, Dustin German said he ain't going to do it the same way again. And the next time, he just drove up under him and was able to clear him and take away the win. Thanks to all the drivers that showed up tonight. Thanks to everybody that's out there watching live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch TV. And that's going to do it tonight for race number 8, the International Asphalt Association's iRacing iFlag Truck Series, presented by XRE Xcaliber Racing Engines. And check out iRacing iFlag in the description of this video. It's got all the information you need. If you would like to join the International Asphalt Association, all that information is there as well. So check them out. And that's going to do it tonight for SRTV Network. I'm Jay Weezy. Until next time, everybody have a great night.